Jackson Radio Show.
Senator, the president is giving his first State of the Union address this week, and polls show that his biggest achievement so far, the tax cuts, are now gaining in popularity as some of these big companies hand out $1,000 bonuses. Are you glad that these people have more money in their pockets?
Are we having a technical issue here?
Senator, can you hear me? All right, it appears that we have lost our audio connection with Senator Sanders. We'll take a commercial break, and we'll be right back.
That was too funny. Bernie's like, excuse me, what, are we on? I can't hear. I can't hear anything. Oh, he can hear. Welcome, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's a KJ Radio Show, Kevin Jackson Show. And what are we going to brand that to be? Man, we have still got these questions. My guys are like, Kevin, should we call it the Kevin Jackson Radio Show or the Kevin Jackson Show? I'm like, really? Should we put the on it? It's Kevin Jackson Show. I would think you'd have to put the article, right? The Kevin Jackson Show, not Kevin Jackson Show, because it could be. There's a lot of Kevin Jacksons. Only one that's like me, but there's a lot of Kevin Jacksons. Yeah. Anyway, we'll resolve that and get back with you. Sanders couldn't hear the question, but she says the tax cuts. By the way, that was I think that was CNN. The lady said the tax cuts are, quote, gaining in popularity. Gaining in popularity. You wouldn't believe it to hear the left, to hear most of the Democrats. And let me tell you why that was a big deal, why I'm highlighting that, because I'm going to be talking about the tax cuts. Releasing the memo and some other stuff later, but we may get to the tax cuts. The reason why this is a big deal is the left is starting to report good news about Donald Trump. I want to see what the numbers are in about a month. What starts to happen? I can give you a couple. Well, we've talked about a few of them, and we got a couple coming up because we got some Cuomo quotes with Nancy Pelosi. Miss Armageddon. But these are people that are starting to push back. Why do you say that? House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi. Why would you say something like that? Why are you doing this? Pelosi got contentious with was it Cuomo? She got contentious. Said, you don't know what you're talking about. We got that clip. Let's play that clip.
Wray got the director of the FBI, obviously recently selected by President Trump. He got the memo. He could have come out and said, this is reckless, don't release it.
Let me just say this with all due respect. You really don't know what you're talking about right now.
But it did.
Welcome back, everybody. You don't know what you're talking about. I know. I'm the longest ranking, oldest member of the former security investigation, whatever. That's what they always do. That's why they love their longevity, because then they can say, I've been around here longer than you. Term limits. 2 for a senator max. Maybe 3 for a congressman. That's it. 2 for a senator, 3 for a congressman. They should not be able to live and die in these roles and feel as if I'm the only one who knows because I've got all the inside information. Well, maybe you shouldn't be. But Cuomo's asking, Ray got the memo. This is in releasing the FISA documents. And we'll come back to that because I'm going to talk about that for the remainder of the show. But the reason why I play that is I wanted you to understand the media. That was CNN. Chris Cuomo's no longer accepting of whatever they say. He's starting to question. And this is a big deal. You think he wants to question? This is a guy who believes, for the most part, what they've been telling him. And now he's having to come to the realization that, you know what? I'm going to have to start pushing back a little bit because I don't know that I'm always getting the truth. And Bernie Sanders, he doesn't want to hear the question. What do you think about the president's tax cuts? Do you think that this is that's a lady pushing back on Bernie Sanders saying, you were the one who said this is going to be bad for everybody, that, it's trillions and trillions of dollars are going back, trillions and trillions are doing this and that. Bernie loves to talk about it, but when Donald Trump, let me tell you, what really bugs the left, Donald Trump is saying to the people like you and me. I mean, I'm not getting any money back, but well, I went on taxes. But I'm saying, he's saying to people like us, what are you relying on government for? It's your money. Here you go. You can have it. And the companies, they hate this. They hate that Donald Trump was able to do something that instantly took impact, instantly took effect. I argued with a couple of lefties over the weekend, and I said to them, you guys have no idea. Donald Trump impacted American lives immediately. And it isn't just the fact that a certain number of people, like, say, American Airlines or Wells Fargo or whatever, got that initial boost, right? I mean, that little shot in the arm. Here's that $1,000 or whatever it may have ended up being in their take home. They got that. Then some of the companies went, oh, you were making $12 an hour. You're now at 15. Now, I want you to understand, $3 an hour constitutes $6,000 a year. They got raises by the thousands of dollars. It's one thing that they got a nice little salary, a nice little bonus, but then they got a raise. So two things hit their pocketbook instantaneously. Somewhere between $1,000 and $3,000. It was like, boom, shot in the arm. Then, if it is indeed, a few $100 a month. So let's say, for the sake of discussion, that it is $6,000 a year. So it's $500 a month, or $250 a month, and suddenly your check every two pay periods is $125 less taxes. So let's say it's $90 more than you were used to. And then the new tax schedules come out. And you're doing 4 deductibles and you get X amount of dollars back, and now you got another $50. So now it's $140 per pay period. May seem like crumbs to people like Nancy Pelosi, people on the left, the party of elites, the party of the big money donors and what have you. But to a guy, making a living, that's $280 take home that he or she wasn't counting on before. And that may just be his check. May not be mama's. She may be getting even more. That's the tsunami that's coming April 15th and beyond, when more and more people, start getting the cost of living, whatever the raises are, they go in. That money starts coming back. April 15th couldn't come at a better time this year, because this year people are going to get those bigger checks. And you know what happens in October and November? They start gearing up to vote. And the very people that were questioning if Donald Trump was unhinged, if he's insane, are going to be the ones saying, hey, you know what? I'm doing pretty well. Or is everybody going to switch over? Of course not. But how many people does he have to win? How many millennials got jobs that they can thank Trump for? How many of them then are getting extra money they can thank Trump for?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.